The fact that Rob Pelinka finished 7th in the NBA's Executive of the Year voting is the biggest joke in the history of that award. They should. Do people realize? Now, here's who votes on that. All the other executives. So all the other executives don't love Rob because he used to be an agent, and they credit Rich Paul for bringing LeBron and AD, and they don't want to give Rob any credit, blah, 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 blah. Okay, do they not realize, look at the whole board. All right, we're going along in the season.
Yep.
Everything's competitive. Everyone loves the Clippers. And by the way, they gave the award to Lawrence Frank of the Clippers because everybody was convinced they were the
I heard, by the way,
team
he is
ever assembled.
I heard, by the way, he is loving the NBA Finals right now. He's watching every game. He's really excited about it.
Yeah, I'm sure he is. Him and Lemon Pepper Lou can eat wings together. But here's the thing. Imagine this. And I can't believe the other executives didn't see what I'm about to discuss. In the middle of the season, the Lakers' most iconic figure, who is Rob Pelinka's best friend, and oh, by the way, his goddaughter, get killed in a tragic helicopter crash. Mace, I may have said this to you. I said this to other people. There's no way Rob can go on. He's got to take a leave. He has to take a leave. This has got to be soul-crushing to this guy. I mean, it was his best friend. It was his goddaughter. It's the reason, frankly, because he was Kobe's agent and he built a relationship with the Lakers, that's what attracted them to give him the job. Instead of taking a leave, he leads everybody out of the darkness. I can speak for all sorts of people surrounding the Lakers. We didn't know what to say. We didn't know what to do. I had to go on the radio and talk about this. I had no idea what was appropriate and what wasn't.
No, it was impossible. It was honestly impossible to know how to deal with it.
That was 8 months ago, and Mace, I still don't know what to say sometimes. Then Rob sends a note to everybody at the Lakers, this heartfelt explanation of where we go from here. And the line I'll never forget as long as I live is he said, "We are now entrusted to be torchbearers of their legacy." Talk about Kobe. Talk about Gigi. Don't feel uncomfortable bringing them up. Don't do, if you think it's going to make people sad, don't worry about that. They would want people to be happy, and they would want us to remember them as bright lights. And all of a sudden, Rob and Jeannie kind of turned everybody around, and we somehow, as a franchise, made it through this. Yep. If that's not the executive of the year, who the hell is? I mean, this is. I'm not going to rant about this because I think this award is a joke now. I really do. But 7th? One first place vote?
No, it doesn't.
Were these people blind?
It doesn't make any sense. And by the way, pulled the trigger on the Anthony Davis trade, put together the supporting cast around
which everybody criticized him for and said would never work. Said you can't play Rondo. Danny Green's too old. You gave too much money to KCP.
Cousins gets hurt. He goes to Dwight Howard. Some people think that's a disaster.
Yeah, what are you doing bringing in Dwight Howard? He's a cancer. J.R. Smith's good. Remember we had that one caller, J.R. Smith and Deion Waiters are going to ruin the team. How can Rob Pelinka do this? Wrong. He pushed every right button. And, oh, by the way, in a year where his best friend and his goddaughter were killed in a tragedy.
Yes. Yeah.
For the rest of the NBA not to recognize that he, A, had the best record in the West, B, turned out to be right on every move he was criticized for, and most of all, led his franchise out of the darkness when it could have crippled us. I saw that. 7th? So why do you have this award? One first place vote? These other executives are either jealous or stupid.